The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set. 19. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 59. Fresno.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk.
Right here, right here. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's time to... Hey, let's go. It's time to come on. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, alert. Whip. Let him go.
2nd and 5 now. Watson flushed out right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky connecting here with DJ Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. Tight dog. Back.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback.
Against him.
A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Take 4. Take 4. Jim. Hey.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This is it. 18. Here we go, D. All day defense. All day. All day.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Slam.
To throw is Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Pick the edge. Go. Check 43.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Tighten up. Bang. Check 52. Check 54. Zoom. Mike 51.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Yannick Ngakoue. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On first down, Trubisky. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Jacksonville.
Get up! 180! Mike 58, right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Man, up! Check 24, check 24! Chopper! Man, up!
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Alert! Hey, ball. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Check 99.
From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Watson going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Third and 4.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Ran, up. Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Rip right.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, 24. Right here, guys. Mike 51. I got him. Mike, go smoke. Mike 51. What we got?
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here I come. Hey, watch it. Switch. 24 down, he's coming. Hey, 59. Check three. Check safety.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go to Elliott again, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
26, 19.
Watson on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch?
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. My 31!
Now a first down throw. Watson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now it's Watson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Trubisky on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Now Elliott. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game's kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Second and 6 at the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
36.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Don't be scared. Watch, twist. Alert. Go.
counter. Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. So Mike
Here's Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down carry for Barkley. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Darius Slayton, his 19th touchdown now of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Get ready, get ready.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trubisky will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's just me and you. 951, 951. 24. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch twist. Twist. 959. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 24. Check 24. Check 26. 955.
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
He'll
look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Elliott. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
We own them. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. All right, here we go. Oh, Mike 50, Mike 50. You must run away. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Trubisky. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check 50.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Check 13. Hey, ball. Move.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 41, Trubisky. He's going to loft one. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me.